waiting for us. What are we doing today there, boss?
Okay, I said.
What up, what up? Day 8, stoked today. Gonna start doing the bed frame. Just before this, we were just filming a bit about where the bed should go and table and heights and widths and all that stuff. And the camera was sitting on the monopod and it fell and the lens landed flat down on one of those battery terminals. So that sucked, but it looks like it's actually still working. That was scary. I think my heart stopped. Anyway, so getting going on the bed here, kind of laid out, you know, how far from the wall we needed it to be. We had to calculate the slats, like where it should start to go from here over. There's a few things we had to do. So I just pulled the chair and popped that in here and just used the chair to kind of benchmark everything. Okay, let's get to it. Announce it. Day 8. No, 9.
You said yesterday was
Day
day 8.
Oh yeah.
We got up
Day
early.
9. Up early. Be productive day. It's Saturday.
You don't get the joke.
That's right. You don't get the joke. Because it's an inside joke and that's how inside jokes work. Not bad. Oh, you can kind of see the van. She's still there. She's still there. No insurance money coming today. Nobody stole it. So, gotta keep working. Alright, so, crisis averted. I completely forgot that the bed has a back slope to it. It goes from kind of here and it goes up like this. But the way we've laid it out to have like walking room here and it slides back, that means it goes up, which means that was down there and it would have been behind the slope. So that's what I spent the last hour fixing. So I had to move all these sockets up, jam the conduit up, kind of reroute it down through here. Also realizing I could have saved myself a lot of heartache when I stubbed the conduit kind of through the metal and then out here, thinking the bed was going to be lower. Actually it's going to be like up here at that line. So that means I all along could have just stubbed it out right through here before the metal and yeah, saved myself tons of curse words. Laying in bed last night, I realized I forgot about grounding. So I need to ground the inverter and I need to ground the batteries. So since I already sheeted everything and covered up all the metal, I just kind of blasted some holes through there. It gets covered anyway. It looks like dog's breakfast, but exposed the metal, so now I'll clean it up, put the batteries back in place, and then I'll be able to just ground right to the fender there. Yeah, I'll keep going for the next couple hours here on the bed frame. And hopefully I don't have any more surprises. I just can't handle any more surprises for Saturday morning. My assistant is on her way.
No! Don't tell me.
Working on the railroad. Those are Kristen's mom pants, as she calls them. They're fleece lined.
It's cold.
I think the temperature might be in the low teens today. Kristen is wearing insulated pants. Would you like some of this to put inside your pants? Some of this reflective insulation? Just build your own. So my amazing assistant and wife and best person ever, Kristen, came up with a really good idea. It was actually completely by accident. When we were fixing the plugs, I pulled all the batteries out and to drill the ground holes. So when the batteries were out, and I had built this kind of drawer compartment right here, there actually was a space exactly perfect for the size we needed. The batteries were going this way before to turn them and put them this way. So that actually freed up enough space to move the fridge more that way, because you can see it was here and the old battery line was to about there. So now we can actually shove the fridge over a bit more, which frees up more space under the kitchen counter for jugs. So
I heard
yeah.
you say amazing assistant, so I came right out.
Here she is, the brains.
I'm so amazing. I got a little injury, so I made my own band-aid.
Yeah, there you go. Nurse and assistant. And best person ever.
I don't think this qualifies as a nurse.
We're stoked, super stoked. We got ourselves a free table. It came with 2 chairs, but whatever, we'll maybe just donate those. The guy wanted to get rid of it, found it on Facebook. It's a free, nice wood table. So we just brought it home. It was a big one. It was 1.5 meters by 1.5. It's a big square table. And so we just cut it down, and Kristen's just standing it right now. So yeah, it should turn out pretty sweet.
It was tickling my hand, so I had to put some gloves on because I was like,
Turned out real nice. So actually, there's the other half of it. Like I said, it was a big table. So cut it almost in half. So we could have actually maybe used the other half as the kitchen counter, but we just like the wood, that other free piece of wood we found. This one. So I think we'll still use that one for the kitchen counter, and then we kind of have a little design that we're working on for a fold-out kind of side table out the side of the van. So we'll use the other half of this free table to work on that. Nice and cheap. Behind me is my life. Chaos. We've done a real good job of making a mess. Try to keep it organized, but what the hell. It's a work in progress.
hey you! You need a haircut!
Yeah, still need a haircut. Working on it. I think I'm just gonna shave it off. Go bald. She doesn't like that idea.
Someone's working hard while I'm making veggie burgers.
Veggie burgers! Whoop whoop!
What
This
you
is our
doing?
bed. Beds come together.
It looks like we're gonna share a single bed.
Yeah, didn't I tell you? It's a single bed. What day is it, Kristen?
Day 10!
Day 10. 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. Okay, that's enough. Day 10. Coming along pretty nicely. Kristen's cold, as usual.
What else is
This is her get up with her boots she found.
These
on the
are
side of the
great
road.
boots.
So yesterday.
Haven't you heard that I'm gone?
Get a little more
Oh, it's nice and warm.
bed
in here.
framing. You can see it's kind of a lot wider on the bottom, just because we didn't want the pull-up part to be bigger, and then that way we have more kind of maximize the storage underneath. Introduce yourself.
Is the jam off my face? Introduce myself. We've officially gone crazy.
So this one we cut, and we did a little bit of trigonometry, a little bit of math calculations.
This is why I was in mathletes for this exact
Exactly. Kristen, my little mathlete, helped me to get all the, because it was like, I don't know, 600 and some mils, and we took it down to 480. for that one. Then this one actually was the right size, so I just built a thicker kind of frame to house the rails. And that one we didn't have to cut at all. That's a really nice big deep drawer that is pretty handy. And then the last one, my little shield, it's gonna go here. It's not gonna be a drawer because if it was a drawer, it kind of intrudes into the back kind of storage space we have where we want to have a kind of a bigger area for bags and things. So this one will just make like a cupboard door. That's just gonna flip down, and that's it. Drawers take forever. They're quite tedious.
We love recycling. We love using things again, not only because they're free, but because it's good for the environment.
What's up, everybody? Beautiful day outside, and it's day. What day is it?
It's day 11.
Day 11. We spent most of the morning driving around doing errands and stuff.
It felt like hard work.
Yeah, that is hard. It's hard doing errands. It's tedious. So what we did get was some wood for the roof, the lining, whatever you want to call it. Pine lining or paneling.
That I'm going
So
to stain.
it's interlocking. We got some stain and varnish that we're gonna use to make it look, make that grain pop. Pop.
We looked at all the samples for a really long time and we decided on the maple satin or satin.
Yeah. We also, last night, worked on the ceiling prep. What I did was cut 2x4s to just kind of run along. It's got, I mean, obviously the roof is arched, which was a huge pain because I had to rip 2x4s, kind of curve top and bottom to kind of mimic the roof shape. And then I just kind of bolted them with, screwed them with self-tappers into the sides. So those are really on there. You can pretty much hang off of those. And so I put those on all the metal mullions because I want to be able to just brad nail or air nail the roof slatting into that. Yeah, because obviously it wouldn't just go right into the metal. And I thought that was the easiest way to make it low profile, because if I was to put strapping kind of over these metal mullions, then it's going to make the roof that much lower and you lose that much more headroom. That's the plan for the roof. So we're going to start staining, varnishing the pine. I think we're going to do pine on the walls as well, and just going to put, just paint it white. It'll be white walls. It'll be like the wood grain pine ceiling. And then we're going to repurpose this bad boy. Kind of an old cabinet that we found on the side of the road, and that's going to go up along there. And so I'm just kind of figuring out how that's going to work, but I think we'll do the wood paneling up the side and we'll do the roof, and then we'll figure out how to mount that later. That's about it. It's hot. It's getting hot in here today. Got the door open, but whew, she's cooking. Kristen's going to do the staining. She's reading the instructions.
I have to read all the instructions first, like cooking, because then if you mix it up,
Yeah.
then you're in trouble.
Preparation is key. We're finding that for everything with this build. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, all the way through preparation H.
Hilarious.
So we've officially gone a little bit crazy, and the garage is now a mess.
Check out my painting.
My amazing assistant has been painting and varnishing like crazy. But then started laying out the kitchen area. The fridge is gonna go there. I ran a little bit of wiring for the lights, so it's partially ready to go, but I ran out there, so I gotta get more to do the back 2 lights. So we'll have six lights in total. And yeah, we're going later to get an air nailer from our buddy Jake.
Woo-hoo,
Absolute
Jake.
legend Jake, who's lending us everything that we've needed so far. So yeah, that'll allow us to do the ceiling and walls and all that, and get some of this wood out of the friggin' garage because it's a disaster. Good morning. We got a gorilla pod sent all the way from beautiful Canada. So it's
Actually,
cheaper.
wasn't it sent from America to Canada
Yes,
to Australia?
via Amazon From US to Canada to Australia. Booyah, let's try it out. Hoo-wee. It's a bit of a cool night. Got some condensation on the window. So today is supposed to be super hot, like 36 degrees or something. It's already pretty warm. It's like 8 o'clock in the morning. Woo! It's gonna be smoking. But we gotta get going on the roof and the walls. We got the air nailer and everything, so we just gotta start getting some of this wood out of the garage. I don't think the Foley is gonna keep us very cool in 36 degrees, but let's get to it! Got the ceiling in. Mother Nature did her best to stop us because it's absolute like 36 degrees today, even hotter in the van, but we did it.
Did you tell them the temp?
I did. So now we're gonna do the wall paneling and it's gonna be fun. It's not as hot now.
It's still pretty hot though.
Still pretty hot. All right, done for the day. Day 13 is closed. Got Kristen helping me clean up.
Hi.
Such a sweetheart. Yeah, it was a long day, but the van's starting to look more like a home every day.
Definitely our most productive day.
Tell everybody what day it is.
It's day 14.
Day 14. It's day 14. That's 2 weeks of the van build. It's coming along beautifully. Today we're gonna do some countertops, the table, just get it ready. Kristen's gonna do the glossing.
I'm a professional glosser.
Professional glosser and professional flosser. The dental hygienist. Hygienist.
Or hygienist. It's perfect.
Yep. I'm gonna plane down the table again. So we did the table once. It just still is a bit thick. So we just don't want it to be that thick. Just gonna keep planing it down. I already did like, I don't know, 5 passes over it because you can just take a little bit at a time with the hand planer, and that was a lot of shavings. So I still have to do this, and the kitchen counter's got to be taken down quite a bit as well. Let's start chewing it up. So a good tip, if you're cutting melamine board or this hard face kind of particle board, is to tape where you're gonna cut. So I just kind of had this kind of duct tape. I'd use something with non-stick. Some people use painter's tape. Tape all along your cut. If you're gonna cut with a skill saw or something, maybe it's not really high-end blade. And then that way after you kind of make your cut, you just peel the tape off, and then it kind of stops the particle board from chipping when the blade kind of enters and exits the cut, because that can be a real pain, and then you have to either do touch-ups or try to fix it later. So you can see if you cut it like that, kind of leaves a nice, fairly nice edge. Yeah, makes it nice and clean.